and former Pike's Peak record holder Scott Birdsall is out at the Shift S3ctor Airstrip Attack to shake down his new land speed truck. And I really like this pickup. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. This is a 1991 Toyota Hilux with a 1200 horsepower 2JZ under the hood. We've equipped Scott's truck with an AirMouse onboard weather station, along with pressure and temperature sensors that he placed in the intake air system. The sensors feed 3 Banks iDash DataMonsters that are logging all of that data, plus engine management data from his ECU.
We're going to take, this is the first time the truck's ever been out on the tarmac. So we're going to take it and we got 7 different boost levels on there. So we're going to start at wastegate spring, and then we've got, boost number 1, which will be like another 10 PSI, and then so on and so on up to 42 PSI. Basically do a linear test from like wastegate spring all the way up to full boost today. As we go up in boost, we're checking the manifold air density as well, because as we ratchet up the boost, if the manifold air density drops, then we're just creating heat. We're not creating any power. Yeah, the iDash setup makes it nice because we can come in and check our data every run. So go out, look at the data, go out, look at the data, and compare it all at the end of the day. So there's really no magic number to beat today. I just want to make sure the truck works because it's brand new, and it's like everything we did on it is custom. It would be nice to go faster than 167 at the end of the day, because that's what we did in Smokey. And that's the fastest truck in the half mile so far. So that would be a bonus. Want to get out there, not break it, everything work right, and possibly set that record if we can. Like I said, we're just here doing a test and tune, and my truck's built for Bonneville, where I have 7 miles to get up to speed. Here you have a half mile. If I would have thought ahead a little more, I would have made a mini tub in the back so I could fit some big tires on it and do the half mile stuff, but I wasn't that smart when I built it, so that thing's pretty cool.
I'll smell that.
Yeah. Race gas. Man perfume.
What are you running?
This truck runs on pure methanol, so just all the angry. The reason I run methanol in this is because there's such a wide margin of error in it. So it's a safer fuel to run as long as you change your oil a lot. The problem with methanol is it washes past your piston rings and gets in your oil. So what it does is you end up having methanol mixed in with your oil. It affects the lubricity of the oil when it gets into it. Fortunately, we run the AMSOIL Dominator competition oil in this thing, so it's really resistant to that breakdown. So I just went out on the first run. Runs really good. Problem with flat shifting, we gotta make some tweaks in the ECU to get the right shift delay. Other than that, on just boost 2 setting, I got no traction even in 5th gear, like in the middle of the track. It was no traction. So I doubt we're gonna beat Smokey's record because I can't get any traction. But we're getting some good test and tune time, so that's good.
But all is not lost. I think that Joey, analyzing the iDash data on our free website, datalogviewer.com, will find that Scott isn't actually at boost level 2.
So the top here, this top line is your boost pressure. And I know you're supposed to be on an 18 PSI tune.
Right.
I don't think you were, because we were over 40 PSI.
42 PSI, that's max.
At the max, yeah, so that's where it was maxing out.
That means my stepped boost control isn't working. Okay, well that's one other thing we gotta figure out. Apparently the reason why I had 0 traction out there is because I'm running on nearly 1,200 horsepower on a 225 tire, which is not conducive to getting any traction or going anywhere. Setting 2 is apparently all the sauce, so we gotta figure that out. Since they log every time you run, the iDashes did all the work, so we had the data.
One of the good things though is like down here, this is air density.
Right.
So the manifold air density is your green and the boost air density is your red. So basically the difference between the red and the green is what your intercooler is doing.
Which is doing its job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. It is a stock bodied class we are running at Bonneville. So I cannot take and modify like an air scoop in the front or take a headlight out or anything like that. What I'm able to do is cut out as much as the core support as I can. And then there's a big, like an 8-inch bell mouth there to catch as much air as possible. The good thing about having the iDash DataMonsters in there and the AirMouse is I can monitor ambient air. I can measure the air pressure at the front of the grill, so how much pressure change we're getting just from aerodynamic resistance, and I can also measure air pressure inside the intake horn. So the AirMouse has given us the pressure in front of the vehicle, and the sensors inside the intake horn are giving us what's actually happening inside the intake. So the differential between the two.
Dude, 173.
173?
173.
Holy So this is the fastest truck in the half mile.
173.87.
Damn, almost 174.
Yeah.
That's all an ass. Dude, this thing was accelerating as fast at the end as it was up front. It's terrifying. That was a really good run. Like, I went out there not really expecting much. I did the first run, and I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna go for it and like give it the beans. So I still had to feather it because it was still at full kill the whole time and the tires weren't handling it. But it felt stable, and I just feathered it, and I shifted, and I feathered a little bit, and then as soon as I got into fifth, I started to get some traction, and I just put my foot in it, and I didn't let off until the end. If I can get the speed-based boost down, and I didn't have to feather it, I could easily do 200 in this thing. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked right now. Like, yeah, I can't wait to pull the SD card on this thing and look at the data. Like, so in the half mile, we just got to about less than 20 miles an hour away from the all-out like 3-liter record at Bonneville in a half mile. So we have 7 miles of Bonneville. So I think things are looking good. I'm coming for that Bonneville record. I'm pretty stoked.